there's this listen, it's the thought.
I don't.
He was in Mexico, and I guess he was doing a rally in Mexico to try to rally his people up, right?
Society, is the right thing. Punished for it.
I mean, that.
I was like digging around like,
Paradox for sure.
Free Ramsey order! Free Ramsey order! Free Ramsey order! Free Ramsey order!
we're here for Ramsey. We're here to get rid of Pantaleo. Right now, we're going to have Jewel, the mother of Eric Gardner's daughter Legacy, come and speak, and this is her partner time, okay? You got the floor.
Today I just want to say happy birthday, Ramsey Order. We at the Legacy Eric Garner Left Behind Foundation appreciate you so much. Without you shooting a video, we would not know what was going on. Nobody would have known what was going on with Eric Garner, Pantaleo, and the rest of the gang that murdered him. So we want to thank you, Ramsey Order. We want to send you love, light, positive vibes. Know where you are, we are. I'm with you all the time. Everybody out here today, we are all with you. And I just want to say Black Power, Ramsey Order. I love you. I appreciate you. Legacy still remembers you. We appreciate you. One love. I see you when you get out with the turn up.
Yeah!
We also want to say free Ramsey and send Pantaleo to jail.
That's right.
It's not a large victory that he was fired. No. We know police officers get fired, and a few months later they move on to another town, another police department. So the fight for that is not over. We need to hit these streets and apply pressure to send Daniel Pantaleo to jail. And that is the narrative that we need to push moving forward. I'm gonna do a piece that's called Killer Cops. Killer Cops. You can find this everywhere on the internet, and it pretty much is to bring power to Eric Garner's last words. So when I say, I can't breathe with your arm on my neck, y'all say stop. I can't breathe with your arm on my neck.
Stop!
I can't breathe with your arm on my neck.
Stop!
These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer, I can't breathe with your arm on my neck.
Stop!
These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer, I can't breathe with your arm on my neck.
Stop!
Protect and serve? No, we've been forced to learn. We don't share the same exact concerns. Rodney King laying in the street, or Sean Bell slain in the street, or Eric Garner, how many rest in peace? No, I ain't waiting for the number to increase. I am tired, I acknowledge I ain't playing with this beast. Start a riot, out crying, parade in the street, do the right thing. Spike scene, radio Raheem came to life and it's frightening. They so predictable. It's been happening for years, it's a ritual. These killer cops, these killer cops, these killer cops, these killer cops, these killer, I can't breathe with your arm on my neck. Stop! Don't put me in the barrel and tell me I'm a crab if you go and bust shots and hide behind a badge every 28 hours. We murked by cowards. Emperor C50. Murk some niggas like watching Power. Ramsey phone to YouTube. Worldwide we view who? Pantaleo murder Eric with his blue crew. So webcams for what? So y'all can cover up. Got Korean games in my membrane. Sandra Bland, I'm remembering. Black power's my heritage. When they shoot a cop, like I said it did. Blow the Ruger, mute a cube of that Black Panther lineage. These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer. I can't breathe with your arm on my neck. Stop. Thanks for rocking with me. Free Ramsey.
Yeah.
I'm going to introduce you to Ramsey's better half. Okay? Her name is Deja. So give it up for Deja.
Yeah.
Hello guys, first and foremost, thank you all for coming out. I'm not really a talker. I'm on the shy side, so I get out there, but I mostly communicate with everybody and, you know, try to keep everybody in tune with what's going on. I appreciate all you being out here. You're showing how much support that you're giving to Ramsey. He needs all the support he can get. As we all know, Ramsey just got out of solitary confinement, so we're hoping that lasts, but the way the track record's been going, we don't know what that next time might be or what it might be about. So right now we're just not in a good place because, as you know, he lost the parole hearing. So now he's coming home in July 2020. When he comes home, he'll still be on papers. I thought he wasn't gonna have parole, probation, anything. He'll still be on papers. And you know, it's hard. It's been a hard journey, and whew.
We love you.
But I just want to say thank you guys. And you know, we appreciate you, and that's pretty much all I can really get out for right now. But
Thank you.
Thank you, Deja.
Okay, I want to share some info with you all, and hopefully you all know most of what I'm talking about, but unfortunately, if you don't, I do understand, because that's how the system works. And if anybody knows something that you want to chime in, go right ahead. When Eric was out there, right? Him and Ramsey were being bothered by the cops, harassed over and over and over again. That was not the first time. I don't know if any of y'all know what a cavity search is, but that's when the cops stick their finger up your ass, okay? They did that to Eric, and Eric had a case against them, and they dropped it on him, okay? He was being targeted that day. That day, Eric didn't even have any loosies on him. When he was out there, he just finished breaking up a fight. He and Ramsey rode together. They were friends. He wasn't a passerby like that racist Staten Island advance said. And he rode with his phone because it wasn't the first time, and you see, this made it the last time, that him using it, right? He even used it afterwards. When he used that phone, that made everybody, not only statewide, but worldwide, know that what's happening here in this good old US of A. Eric was not even the first person who was modern day lynched to death on Staten Island. He was the third that we know of. Get it straight. The first one was in 1994. This brother from the Liberian community in Park Hill, okay? He was doing his own thing, and he was known by the police. We really call them overseers, because of those who don't know it, they came into fruition as going after the runaway slaves back in the days. So they still are overseers.
Yep.
So Ramsey and Eric was doing their thing, and he had just finished breaking up a fight. And the cops, they were up the block. There was this brother who had a cab, and they told the cab driver to move his cab so they could have a clear shot of Eric down the street. They went down to him. He had just finished breaking up a fight. And when they came down there, and when he said, that's enough, little did he know, because he was sick and tired of their crap. He said, I could not breathe 11 times. They knew what they were doing. Every single last one of them. And that sister cop, she ended up being a good old house nigger, okay? She didn't do crap. She just stood there and watched. And the EMS, they were no better.
No.
They just stood there. They didn't take his pulse. They didn't do anything.
They try to cover it up.
They tried to cover it up. Bottom line.
Yeah.
So when Ramsey got caught out there, right? Sharp ass. Oh, for those of you who don't know it, I call him sharp ass. Y'all call him Sharpton.
They call him Reverend.
Oh, please. Don't go there. Don't
They call him Reverend.
Don't insult religion like that, okay?
They sure do.
Oh,
That's right.
okay.
Sharp ass knew about the second one in 2002 with Alfred Nelson. Alfred Nelson went to the hospital on his own accord. We call this hospital barely breathing. They call the hospital barely seating. He did not want to stay there. He went to emergency psych. They choked him out at the gate. Sharp ass went to the family. They did not want to roll with him the way he rolled. So therefore, did we know about it? No. So sharp ass, he picks and chooses who he wants to roll with, who he can do what he wants. He gets in, gets his, and he gets out. I made up this syndrome. Feel free to use it. I call it the sharp ass syndrome. It goes like this. Don't worry about it. I got this. This is mine. So, unfortunately, we don't only have individuals who have that sharp ass syndrome. We also have what? Organizations who have that sharp ass syndrome. And I'm calling out one, and I don't really care, and I don't give a rat's ass. The Justice Committee have that sharp ass syndrome. Okay?
Y'all
Tell
better
it.
get your shit together.
And they roll with sharp ass. Okay? They're supposed to be there for every single last one of them. Excuse me. You see this? These are just a few. A little taste of all the different people who have been murdered by police all over the United States. Sharp ass knew about several one of these. Did y'all know? You know why? Because he picks and chooses who he wants to help. See this brother? 2000, he knew, didn't do anything. His mother went and asked him, can you help me? Malcolm Ferguson, shot dead by the police. Mother, Juanita Young, they even roughed her up. You know what Sharpette said? I don't think I could help you. Okay? She wasn't the first, and she definitely won't be the last. Sharpette continues to make people think, and unfortunately there are a whole lot of people who think that he is a leader.
No.
He was also supposed to have Ramsey. He came and he said he was going to be there for every single person as far as Eric was concerned. But he kicked Ramsey to the curb. Okay? Sharp ass. Gets in, gets out. Ramsey was set up by the cops. The first time they tried to set him up by a gun charge. There was his sister. She was a foreigner. She was vanilla. He used to roll with her. She had a gun. She tried to pass it off to Ramsey. Ramsey wouldn't take it. So they couldn't do anything about that, but they still tried to file charges against him, which they did. The second time around, they raided his family's house. They arrested his mother and his brother. They said they were drugs. Do you know how often cops plant drugs?
Oh, yeah.
Off topic. There was a sister, 92 years old, Catherine Johnson, in Atlanta, Georgia, in 2005. The cops had a no-knock warrant, came into her house, shot her dead, found out it was the wrong house, and covered it up with drugs. That's what they do. With Ramsey, he was just going about his business, trying to do what he can do for himself. But when Sharp-Ass kicked him to the curb, he had to not only watch out for the cops, but Sharp-Ass wasn't there for him because Sharp-Ass is like this with the cops.
He's an informant.
Yes, that's right. Tell him, sister.
Yeah, he's confessed to being an informant. So if you work with the police, then how could you possibly be fighting for justice against the police? So that's rigged. And he also didn't help Jewel and Legacy. He wanted to hold up the appearance that, you know, it was like a American dream that Eric was a married man and didn't have another child out of his marriage from years ago. Wow.
The other person who really looked out for Ramsey, besides Jewel and Ty, is Erica Gardner. She looked out for Ramsey before she died from all this fucked up stress that they put her through. She went on Democracy Now! And stated, he is a hero. She went to court, and the court officers, they went at her. And we tried to keep her. And when Ramsey was there, he just took out his phone and they went at him. And we tried to press charges, but we weren't allowed. Okay? So there was like not only court officers, but special agents for Ramsey. And the first one who went at him, who attacked him, was this good old house nigga, okay? Bottom line. We got to be there for Ramsey. They're trying to kill him. They tried to kill him with rat poisoning back in the days in Rikers Island. They tried to put him in a situation where he would have to go into solitary confinement. But it was the littlest thing. It didn't make a difference. If he was helping out an elderly inmate, oh, you're not supposed to have any type of communication in the box. They're trying to break him. They wanted him to come out for the hearing for against that killer cop Pantaleo. But he didn't want to come out. You know why? Why should he? Be alone with them so they can kill him? We got to be out here for Ramsey. We need to spread the word. He is our true people's hero. If it was not for Ramsey, we wouldn't even be out here.
I want to let Deja tell people how they could, like, if they want to donate. So she sends packages up there.
Okay, go ahead.
Because there's only a certain amount of packages he can get at a time. So if you want to donate to Deja, she'll make sure that he gets his packages so he doesn't have to worry about eating their food and possibly being poisoned or whatever other resources he may need.
Basically, he what is with packages, he can have a full package, a limit of 35 pounds a month. So I don't basically want people to send various different boxes. So you have 2 packages a month or just 1 package a month with the food. If people would like to get in contact with me to help with that in any kind of way, I use the email officialramseyhorta@gmail.com. That's also where you can donate if you can help or whatever case may be. But you can also get in contact with me for any questions, any concerns, anything you would like to do along the lines. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Books and magazines and things like that you can have. It's not a problem. letters, mail he can have. That's not an issue. It's just when it comes to the package, it's just strict details that they have about it. So that's pretty
people
much
want
it.
to send the letters and the magazines. How would they do that?
Through his mailing address. I don't know if everybody's seen his support page. He has a support page that Jacob
Facebook.
has up for us. Or just his regular address. You can look it up, the Collins correctional address, and you'll see it. And
RamseyOrder.com.
you're able to, or the RamseyOrder.com, where all his information is up and everything.
Where is he now?
Collins correctional
Collins.
facility. Yeah. Collins. Yeah. So.
That email address one more time.
Official RamseyOrta@gmail.com.
All right, we're the Resistance Company right here from New York. We want to keep Ramsey safe. We want to wish Ramsey Orta a hero, an inspiring hero for our future, for doing the right thing, for putting his life on the line and serving time in an imperfect world where heroes are sentenced to jail, and everybody should be following in Ramsey Orta's footsteps by taking those leads, especially when corruption is evident. Much love to Ramsey's family. Happy birthday, Ramsey Orta!
Happy birthday.
Political prisoner! You're a political prisoner! You're a political prisoner! Not guilty like your officer! You're a political prisoner!